This is Video Store Clerks. Welcome to the store.
Oh, hi, you fellas. It's 10 p.m. Welcome, everybody. You are live with the Video Store Clerks Podcast. The podcast's so yummy, you have to have 2 scoops.
In your tummy?
There you go. All right. Welcome to everybody, new and old. This is a podcast where we discuss film, some of our favorite films from past, present, future, and we welcome everybody to the show. Tonight's topic of discussion is going to be the Coen brothers' 30-year anniversary of their masterpiece, Fargo, one of the best films of the year. Tonight, we're also going to discuss other things. First off, what we do here at the video store every week is we kick things off with the latest and greatest news from around the entertainment world. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and cue the news.
The news.
A Jacksonville man just won $1 million jackpot from a scratch-off where he bought the winning ticket. That's ahead at 6.
I'll take $1 million jack-off.
Hey, you got $1 million jack-off.
That's right,
folks. It's a pricey one. It's a pricey
one. It is. It's quite pricey.
Better than a $20 shake.
You betcha. All right.
Must be an HJ, a BJ, and a ZJ all in the same time.
What's a ZJ?
If you don't know, you can't afford it.
All right. Before we get into the news, let me go ahead and introduce myself. I'll be the host for the evening. My name is Mike. Joining me,
Chuck.
And Chad Mang. Dave
and
is not here. Dave got snowed out.
Oh,
Dave's not here, man.
Oh, done, buddy. Chad Mang, in your possession is the top 10 domestic box office for this week. Go ahead and hit us up with that info, please.
Well, first, let's say hi to Mama Nasty.
Mama Nasty's in the house.
Hey, Mom.
Always a pleasure.
And Andy. I know my stepdad's
and Andy.
Andy's hanging. Much love.
All right, so number 10, back into the mix some fucking how. I guess I got a re-release. I didn't really look into it. I just shook my head. Number 10 is the Demon Slayer movie. Did 1.3 mil this week. In the 26-week run, it's done $136 million in the theater.
I was worried you were going to say Avatar. I was like, no.
No, I think that was gone last week, wasn't it? I don't remember.
Yeah, that's why when you said it crept its way back in, I was like, what? How?
Yeah, but this one here, like that's just been gone for a minute.
It's been gone for a minute, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 9, I Can Only Imagine 2. Did 1.5 mil this week, doing 16.2 the last 3 weeks. And number 8, Send Help, did $1.5 million. Did 62.7 the last 6 weeks. And number 7, Epic, the Elvis Presley concert, did 1.5 mil as well, doing 11 mil the last 3 weeks.
Viva Las Vegas.
And number 6, Crime 101, $2 million, doing 33.5 mil the last 4 weeks. With number 5 being Wuthering Heights, did $3.7 million, doing 78.6 the last 4 weeks. And number 4 is The Goat, did 6.4 mil this week, doing 83.6 the last 4 weeks. Number 3, Newcomer, The Bride, did $7 million.
I was getting ready to say, ooh, $7 million.
People are walking out, so apparently it's a good one.
Oh man, they're gonna lose so much money on this film.
So much money.
I haven't even seen it. I'm just like, what were you thinking?
I was hyped for it, like when it first got announced, and then I saw the trailer, and I was no longer hyped.
Oh, I threw a fucking fit. I was like, this is not the fucking movie that I fucking wanted.
Right.
Only one of the greatest fucking like horror sequels of all time is The Bride of Frankenstein, and I will die on that hill. Like, and you're gonna do this to it? Sorry, the Gyllenhaals both can kiss my ass.
That's what happens. You try to be artsy, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time you're gonna lose like $50 million. So
be artsy, but with somebody else's thing.
No, I don't know.
Some bullshit.
Number
Number 2, Scream 7. Only did $17 million this week, doing $93 million the last 2 weeks.
Crush them.
Shit fell off quick though.
Everybody saw it.
Yeah. Everybody's like, I don't know. There's so many mixed emotions. I'd be arguing with people all week at work.
Right.
Crazy. Number 1, newcomer, Hoppers. The kid film did $45.2 million.
That does not sound like a kid film. Hoppers?
I don't know. I didn't even like read it or look into it. I just saw like the poster and it looked like a giant was it like a gorilla or something?
Oh.
Not a frog or a rabbit? Something that hops?
A cricket, maybe? Anything that jumps? Anything that jumps?
Jiminy? A grasshopper?
Is he in it?
No.
What the fuck is it called? Hopper? Oh, whatever. Okay, cool. Enjoy, kids.
It's a docu-series about Dennis Hopper's family.
See, that'd be dope.
I'd watch that. You kidding? That is definitely not a kid's movie, though, Michael.
It would not be.
But I would like to see a Dennis Hopper documentary.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, some other news we have, as usual. We'll do some deaths in the week. We had Jennifer Runyon passed away at 65, who was in Ghostbusters. She was she was the winner of the ESP fucking challenge, whatever, in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't she also in? Was it Christine? She was also in. No, she was in. Oh fuck. I'm drawing a blank.
Blank man.
I can't remember what there was another movie she's on. That's the one that I always remember though.
We also have Tommy DiCarlo, passed away at the age of 60. In the band Boston. Don't know if any of you younger cats heard of Boston.
Oh,
probably not.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
And if you haven't heard of Boston, you have no idea who the next feller is. Country Joe McDonald passed away at the age of 84.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man. I saw that and I was like, hey, I remember seeing that name on my fucking Woodstock record.
Yeah. The original.
Mama said from the Brady movie.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have known her from the Brady movie, Mom. I'm trying to think.
Silent Night, Bloody Night too?
No, it's the Brady movie. Chuck's mom just let it slip.
It could be. Terror Tales, Till Death Do Us Part, Carnosaur.
Maybe. No, there was another one. There was another one.
To All Good Night, Charles in Charge.
Charles in Charge. Maybe that's what the other one was.
I thought you were going down the horror road. I'm like looking at all this other.
Well, there was a couple, but yeah. Anyway,
it's the Brady movie.
Shut up. Thanks, Mom. No, I'm just kidding.
We got Stephen Hibbert, passed away at the age of 68.
Who was that again?
Fuck, he was the Gimp in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy because, Peter Green just died not too long ago. So we got Zed and the Gimp passing away in a short few months.
Yeah. So hopefully nobody else does.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
And we got Corey Parker, passed away at the age of 60 as well. Freaking all kinds of people from good horror movies and just good movies in general.
Corey Parker was in.
He was
The guy
fucking
from
what's his
Part
face?
5.
6.
6. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Graves.
Was he Will? Never watched Will and Grace.
I never watched that show.
Me either. Well, those were the deaths for this week. We
never,
do have some. Man,
I said never fun, man. It's like every week we lose more and more talent. So it's
yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
You see pieces of our childhood just going away.
That was kind of what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, birthdays this week. They're actually just today. John Hamm turned 55.
Hambone.
Sharon Stone turned 68.
Oh,
damn.
Dave Sheridan turned 57. With the hopefully he's in the new Scary Movie. We got to have another Doofy.
He is. You didn't see him in the trailer?
I didn't notice him.
You know,
that was one of the interesting parts. Go ahead, Chuck.
I don't think.
I've never been huge on the scary movies, but this one actually, from what I've seen of the clips and shit, it looks pretty funny. And the fact that people are losing their shit because they're so offended makes me love it even more. Like, oh please, just so many people just crying and whining and bitching and moaning. It's like, God damn it, is humor really lost? Like, it's not here anymore. It's like you really have to be on the side of either you're on my side or else you don't understand it. With comedy, I don't get it.
It's the old and the new, man.
These damn kids.
And if I saw correctly, I saw it twice, but it was brief. I'm pretty sure that Doofy plays an ICE agent in Scary Movie 6. So
yeah, I think you're right on that one.
That'll be
wild.
interesting.
That's wild. We do have one more. Legendary Chuck Norris turned 86 today. And he's still kicking.
Yeah,
of course
man.
he is. What do you mean?
Literally.
Like,
and punching and smacking.
Yeah. He's still kicking some ass. Like, he's still fucking busting out the total gym.
I never was a huge fan. Never been a huge fan.
Oh, man. Chuck Norris is amazing.
Time doesn't apply to Chuck Norris.
Sidekicks was a fun one when I was a kid. Invasion USA like broke my heart the first 5 minutes of that movie. But yeah,
I've actually watched Sidekicks recently, like in the last year. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck ever happened to Joe Piscopo?
Is he still alive?
He just disappeared, yo.
Yeah.
That guy was like he was gonna burst. Like he was like, Jesus.
He was funny. He did like 4 or 5 movies and he just disappeared.
Yeah.
Just chilling out, man. Enjoying life.
Yeah, I guess he got paid.
Retired.
I'm out. All right. Other news we have running this week. We have, as we were talking about the Scary Movie, Marlon Wayans says he's looking to cancel the cancel culture. He said, we're just making fun of everything, and that's how we grew up, and that's what we're keeping it to. I said, hell yeah. Mama says Jennifer Runyon was in Silent Night, Bloody Night, Charles in Charge, and To All a Good Night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so the trailer for the DCU Lantern show dropped, starring Aaron Pierce and Kyle Chandler. And it came out on March 4th. So you can look for that on the HBO Max here, I think next month. I think it was next month.
Or don't. Either way.
I'll check it out just for something else to watch for a hot minute.
There's 10,000 better things to watch. I guarantee that you haven't seen.
Well, here's another one.
That's different.
This is going to be different because I'm pretty sure they're doing that now. There's a Game of Thrones prequel movie in the works.
Oh, yeah.
But isn't that what these fucking TV shows are?
They do a few different things.
Never saw the show, so I'm not having to worry about it.
I fuck with Game of Thrones. I watched like 3 episodes of House of Dragons. I ain't watch this new shit because I don't care.
I liked it.
The new shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Night in the Kingdom?
Yeah.
It was different. It surprised me because I didn't think I was going to like it. And I watched it and it's not as good as the original Game of Thrones. Well, at least in the beginning, because the end of Game of Thrones is terrible. But that's good. It's entertaining.
What's it called?
A Night in the Kingdom. It's on HBO Max.
Sounds like 80s porn.
No.
Yeah.
Speaking of, today Shannon Tweed turned 69. I forgot one.
Oh, okay, there you go. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Game of Thrones bloodline.
There you go.
I think it's hilarious if mom catches that joke. That's all.
Right? That's pretty funny.
That is funny.
So what else do we have on the news? Nothing crazy, but a bunch of dumb shit.
Usually.
So Netflix buys Ben Affleck's Interpositive AI company.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
the fuck is an Interpositive AI company?
That's the AI company that Ben Affleck started back in 2022.
But what's Interpositive about it?
That's the name of it.
But what does it mean? I don't know what it means.
Well, it's Interpositive.
Are you positive?
His inside
AI and positive. I don't really see how they go together, but whatever.
His are you positive? Quite sure.
Are you interpositive?
A night in the kingdom. Anyway.
It's I guarantee it's one of these things, Affleck and these guys, they see this stuff coming. Nothing stopping AI. So you might as well set up a studio, have AI. However the studios decide to incorporate AI that fits the business model that everybody is somewhat satisfied with, you got to have it come from somewhere. So I guess Affleck and them developed a company that's going to help facilitate AI going forward, at least in film.
We're doomed. Anyway.
Yes.
Everything. Ball bearings these days. It's all ball bearings. So there's a new Garfield coming out, being voiced by Lamorne Morris.
Who?
So we have that to look forward to.
Who's that?
Fuck. I've seen him in like a couple shows, but I don't remember if he did anything big.
Well, you better do good because I'm a big fan of Garfield.
Now I want some lasagna.
You're welcome. There's a new Baywatch reboot in the works with Stephen Amell. So we have that to look forward to.
Great. Can't wait.
And our man Arnold to possibly do the new Predator, a new Commando, and King Conan.
I did see that King Conan coming up.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of interesting. I hope it doesn't suck. It's probably gonna suck, but
I hope not either.
Yeah.
That's all the entertainment news I have this week. But I would like to say, everybody in the Midwest that's dealing with the storms and the tornadoes, be safe. Hide, get some shelter. Shit's crazy out there.
Put the phones down and run for safety.
There's fucking tornadoes everywhere right now. There's like 10 tornadoes right now.
You seen those fucking idiots? Have you seen those people that literally have their phones out running to the fucking tornadoes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That may have happened here in Cumberland.
Hey, Bobby, you getting that over there? Whew!
Many years ago. But that is all the news we have this week.
Fantastic. And what a segue. Talking about the Midwest. What better way to enjoy the Midwest than this 1996 classic, Fargo, written by the Coen brothers, directed by Joel, produced by Ethan. Man, wow. This a lot of people say this is their masterpiece film. There's been so many films that they've done that are so good. And this is one of the ones that stands out. A lot of people say it's a perfect film. We'll discuss more in detail here. Came out in 1996, actually March 8th. So just a couple days ago was the 30th anniversary, man.
So crazy, right?
Again, old timers enjoying 30 years of Fargo. But yeah, go ahead and get your bad Minnesota accent out for tonight, because we're gonna have plenty of them. The spoiler: terrible accents coming up. Oh yeah, you betcha. Crack open a cold one there, buddy. But yeah, well, let me see here. $7 million budget, got 60.6 mil at the box office. It was a success. This is one of those films that a lot of people said was the film of the year. Didn't end up getting the Oscar for film of the year. Got the Oscar for best original screenplay. Also, Frances McDormand getting the Oscar for best actress. So definitely a heavy hitter in the 1997 Oscars.
I want to know who was the one who made the announcement that she won the best supporting actress.
Yes, it was. Good old Nicolas Cage, who the Coen brothers know very well from Raising Arizona.
Yeah. That's a movie from my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him present the award, and I was like, my man.
I think that's the first time I saw a Coen brothers film was Raising Arizona. What about you guys? You remember?
I would say Raising Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The only one I knew of that knew it was theirs was probably Lebowski. But yeah, I've definitely seen some of the early stuff like Miller's Crossing and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Quite simple.
I didn't realize who they were at the time, but until Lebowski came out, though.
Well, I gotta say, when it comes down to their movies, Fargo is probably one of the darkest comedies ever, and Big Lebowski is probably one of the best comedies ever.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely do things the right way.
So, Chad, you think that you saw Lebowski before Fargo, eh?
Probably around the same time, yeah.
Yeah, because like what, a year difference or so? Year or two?
Like 3. 2. Well, yeah, 2.
And that's the thing about the Coen brothers, man. If you go back and look at all their films, the main point that really gets across to everybody is you have these unique characters in very unique situations. And it's so interesting to a viewing audience because, a lot of times, especially like with this one, the backdrop is the Midwest, Minnesota. It's called Fargo, but the only time they really go to Fargo is at the beginning when Jerry Lundegaard, played by William H. Macy, goes to meet the two gentlemen that he's going to have kidnap his wife. And that's the premise of the film, where Jerry Lundegaard is going to have his wife kidnapped in order to have a ransom paid by his father-in-law and recoup some of the money so he can do this business deal. This guy, he's not too good. He's not very nice. He's kind of a scumbag. What say you?
Yeah, he definitely just wants to make this deal. He doesn't care how the fuck he gets there. But
I love that whole scene though when they're sitting there, Steve Buscemi and old dude. What is the other guy's name?
Which guy? The guy, Peter Stormare.
Yeah. I always forget his fucking name, but he is like one of my favorites. He just plays like such a good bad guy. But they're sitting there and like they're talking with Macy and all this stuff, and they're like, but you really want to have your wife killed or kidnapped?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. He's like, like this seems kind of weird, man. Like, and that, like, even they're kind of like concerned a little bit, and fucking old dude just sitting over like half asleep, just not even giving a shit.
Well, they've been sitting there for an hour. Shep said they were going to be there at 7:30.
Yeah.
It's 8:30.
That whole the dialogue and that whole scene, I just love that shit.
Gare already pissed 3 times. He's ready to go.
I don't know why Carl has to have that detail and throw it in there, but that's Coen brothers, man, and the writing where it's like all these quirky little things, whether it be an action or dialogue, it stands out because it's something unique or it's something you haven't heard before usually. And with this being 96, I mean, you never really got a good idea of the Midwest. You never had a film that was really shot in a way like this that makes you really feel it. I know it's we sprung forward over the weekend and spring's right around the corner, but watching this film you feel that cold from Minnesota and North Dakota, like down here in the artwork on the poster. That's exactly how it is. If you drive out South Dakota, North Dakota and just drive, it's just miles and miles of snow and it's exactly like that. It's very cold, flat, not a lot going on. What they the Coen brothers said it was like Siberia with like family restaurants.
Yeah, because they're from Minneapolis, right?
Oh yeah, you betcha.
One thing I gotta say is that when it comes to dialogue, with any Coen brother movie, but this one, since we're talking about, there's always kind of almost like a Tarantino light going on with the dialogue. You know what I mean? Like even down to the characters being kind of strange, because like some of the dialogue almost could be something that would be like in a Tarantino film. Yeah, does that make sense? Like, because some of the like conversations are like kind of like out there, you know what I mean? But Tarantino adds a whole lot of extra things to shock you, while you know the Coen brothers just talk about weird shit, but not nearly, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like Tarantino like dialogue.
The thing that kind of stands out to me whenever you say that, it's like whenever you think of like screenwriters and guys like that, you know, the Coen brothers, they polish their scripts, and it fits a certain like niche where these characters, like with Tarantino, the way you're talking with Tarantino and the characters he creates, they're more slick. Like he likes to make cool characters, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And with the Coen brothers, they like making very strange characters, and you know it's very similar but very
Goofballs.
different. Also, you know, another one that comes to mind is like Kevin Smith. You know, he's very dialogue oriented, and you know his characters are more comedic. So it's like you have people like that really focus on the dialogue and the writing, and pay you know intricate detail into making these characters, and that's what you know kind of gives them the test of time, you know, where everybody remembers these characters as opposed to, you know, one-off people that, you know, are just spouting off a random monologue or whatever. And you're just like, okay, whatever. But these characters stand out and are memorable.
So are you saying the writers that like to talk a lot write very good dialogue?
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Well, I have to toot my own horn on this one. I do get told that I write dialogue pretty well in my books. And that's probably because I kind of always liked how well I've got a Pulp Fiction poster.
Well, even their like side characters are fucking interesting.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody has so much depth to their character.
Yeah.
Even just like the background players.
Yeah, just even somebody that's in there for like 5 minutes, like you remember that character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what a cast, man. You know, I already mentioned Frances McDormand, who won the Best Actress Award for this film. She had been working with the Coen brothers since the beginning with Blood Simple. She's married to Joel. I think they got married in mid 80s or whatever. And she's worked with them ever since. She had parts in Raising Arizona and their other films as well. Obviously, William H. Macy, you know, who we've mentioned before, grew up in our hometown, Cumberland, Maryland. Went to the high school I went to anyway. Chad didn't go to my high school, but
Chad didn't go to high school. He was doing cooler things.
I remember the first time I met Bill Macy, because I was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I went to Allegheny too. You know, class of '98." He's a class of '98. I got shoes older than you, kid. But man, such a great actor, man. And what, you know, there's so many different stories about him getting this role as Jerry Lundegaard. He auditioned twice out in L.A. And I think he originally was going in they wanted him for a different role. I think it was a state trooper or something like that, a smaller role. And he really wanted the Jerry part, which I think they originally wrote it with the character being like a kind of overweight, balding guy. So very different from the aesthetic of William H. Macy in the mid 90s. But he auditioned twice in LA. And then he found out that they were doing more auditions out in New York. And he was hell-bent on getting this role. So he actually got on a plane, flew to New York, and auditioned for a third time. And, you know, he went in there and he was like, "Oh, I feel like you fellas are going to mess up your film if you don't go with me." And he was saying that one of the brothers had just gotten a dog, like a new dog. And he's like, "You know, if you don't give me this role, I'm gonna shoot your dog."
Joel just got a dog.
Yeah, and obviously he wasn't serious, but you know he was in that same mindset of the character of Jerry Lundegaard, where you know this guy's just a scumbag, and he's going to do anything he can to try to get his way. You know, and he in his mind it's going to work out somehow, but everything just keeps going wrong. along the way for everybody. All the villains in this film. It's just one thing after another, and we'll get into that. It's so much fun watching this.
I think they said Steve Buscemi originally read for Jerry, and so did John Cusack.
No, there was a few. I can't remember who else I saw, but yeah. Man,
I'll be right back, guys.
I'll be right back. Yeah, such a great cast. Steve Buscemi as Carl Showalter, Peter Stormare as Gator Grimsrud.
They got some fucking names in this movie too, yo.
Oh yeah, you bet.
Their names are fucking out there.
Yeah, because you got Lundergaard, and then you got Gunderson, and then you got Gustafson, and
Showalter and Grimsrud.
Grimsrud, and then I remember in the Fargo TV series,
Shep was Roundfoot or whatever.
Yeah. Well, in the TV series Fargo, I think Colin Hanks's character was Grimsley. So something along those lines. Like yeah. So that's one of those things, another thing where their characters have these very unique names as well. Everything about these characters stands out. It's stuff, and that's what makes it so good sometimes, is that when you have some character that's so unique, and it's like, you're just fascinated by every aspect of it down to their name. Because it's like, what is it? What is the deal with this character? They're a real cactus. Yeah.
I love the opening shot in this film.
What, with the car just coming through?
Yes.
Yeah, and that score, man.
Music. Yeah,
the music scored by Carter Burwell, man. I love it. It's such a great score, and it fits so many different places in this film.
Yeah.
Especially the jingling bells that they do that also in the TV series, and it's so good because they time it just right. In those scenes, they know how to put in the right sound effects or the right score to make it just right. So yeah, man, amazing score. It's shot beautifully.
So good.
It like I said, it gives you that feel of the Midwest, that cold, that very monotone white snowy background. And one of the things I think they said with this was like the second warmest time of the year in that area. Normally that area is covered in snow completely, and they said this was like the second time in like 100 years that it had been that warm, and they actually had to make snow for some of the scenes.
I know, right? It's just crazy.
Which is surprising. So people are probably like, "What the hell are you doing, man?"
They're making snow and bringing snow from up north.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, all right. That shit's pretty wild. Like, because I watched a clip of them making the film, and like they're literally on the side of the highway or whatever road the fuck they're driving on in the whole film, and they're just like spraying snow everywhere. Yeah. There's like six of them just spraying fake snow, just to try to get enough snow for Steve Buscemi to fucking bury the money.
Yeah. Love that. Speaking of that whole situation. Okay, so first off, we forgot to mention about how the film actually starts out with the screen saying it's based on a true story. And all the names had been changed out of respect for the living, but the details are out of the respect for the dead. All the details are going to be told as exactly how it occurred, which come to find out that is not the case. This is all fiction. Well, there's some elements. There's some elements that they ended up saying it was based off of, but originally it was all fictional, and they were just kind of, trying to test the audience, if you will, in a little psychological way to see how far your train of thought or your process would go, when you're watching this film, because you're like, okay, if you go into it thinking like this is a true story, you're like, man, this is some crazy shit. Did this really happen?
Yeah.
Right. So it gives you a different perspective, and I don't mind it. Some people are like, well, they're just making it up. And,
I think that it's wording, because when somebody says based on, people go, oh, this is real shit. But if you put something that says, but if you word it like inspired by, then it can be inspired by one thing, two things, three things, whatever. based on a true story, based on a true story, everybody immediately goes, "Oh, that must be real," and blah blah blah. And it's like, no.
Well, not
Inspired
anymore.
by,
it seems like based on a true story changed at some point to where people realized that you could say based on a true story and like just a sliver of what's shown is true. It's like, okay, somebody got murdered. That's the true story. And then all these other things that happen around it is the fiction. Yeah. So, that's one way they did it. But like with these guys, they even said that we're going to tell you how it happened, exactly how it happened. So they went even a step further as like, oh, we're going to give you in detail. We're changing the names, but we're going to tell you exactly what happened, which is not the case.
Well, it's like Jack Ketchum's The Girl Next Door. It was inspired by a real horrible event that happened, which there's a movie of. I've never watched it. Book's pretty horrendous, and it's pretty close to what actually happened, but it wasn't based on the whole thing. I don't know. It kind of bugs me. I think it's just wording. I think people use the wrong word, like the wrong words in the wrong way anymore. Yeah. And I think that's how words become a different meaning and get taken wrong. And then it's just like, and it also sways, the line between, real and fiction. And, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, go on. I can go on that for a minute, but I won't.
Didn't they say something about it's kind of based off of some shit that happened in like '86 where some chick came up missing and they found her in the wood chipper?
Yeah.
Yeah. So inspired by certain events.
What a way to go.
Oh, no. What's actually, there's a video I watched the other day. Like, you ever watch those videos where they like these reactions and stuff? They're kind of funny. Well, it's like, it starts out and then it's this guy and he's like sliding down. He's like pushing something into this big square thing. And then you realize that he's sliding down this and he's pushing stuff into a wood chipper. And he gets about this far away and then moves away every time. But he's like on like stuff that's slick. Yeah. And it's like, and then like it goes to another guy who's just kind of like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Like, but we'll get to the wood chipper later.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Yeah.
But no, well, while you were gone, me and Chad were talking about not only the score and just the way it was shot and everything. Like this is such a great flick, man. It's one of those ones. It's like it has that unique feel to it. It has that film noir esque storytelling. Characters that are so unique and everything like that. I don't know. Is there any part of this film that you guys don't like? How about that? We'll start there. Because I feel like the dislikes are way fewer, if any exist.
Just how fucking dumb Jerry is. Like, he's the worst fucking criminal planner in the world.
Well, not only... Go ahead.
He's kind of a moron, but we need him to be a moron. So
you can tell he's never broke the law in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. He's been a good boy up to this point.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, well, like he pisses me off kind of because of how dumb he is, and then also Carl for not putting the fucking tags on the car because that could have stopped everything.
Sure.
Like they could have got out of there scot-free. And then I was yelling toward the end too, whenever fucking Gare goes out towards Carl, whenever he's leaving towards the end of the movie. Because if that never would have happened and he just left, then they all would have got away.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, you guys are terrible at your fucking criminal nonsense.
You're the worst outlaws on the face of the earth.
Oh man, I swear I was meant to live in a different era because.
Yeah.
And then that opening scene with Jerry and Carl and Gare, we're introduced to those two characters of Carl and Gare, and they're so unique because we see the first half of the film, or first like 30 minutes of the film, you're getting the backstory with Jerry and then them it's weird because you're kind of like, going back even now, it's like, how did these guys link up, in prison or, because they're two very different individuals, very different personality types. And you're just like, how did they even become a thing? Like, how are they hanging out? I get it. Like Shep knows him from Stillwater or whatever the prison was.
Shep knew Gare, but he didn't know Carl.
He knew Carl.
Well, because he said that there were two guys there. Well, okay.
He said he didn't vouch for Carl.
But
yeah. Otherwise, Otherwise, whenever he comes and beats the shit out of Carl, I think would have been like, "Who the fuck are you?" But he knew.
I think they like knew each other. They just didn't know each other.
Yeah, he just didn't vouch for Carl because Carl's a kind of a fuck up.
I can't wait to talk about that scene too. That shit was fucking great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, these two characters, man, they're so polar opposite. Not only in their appearance, in their behavior. You see the back and forth. Actually, just the fourth rather. There's not too much back. Whenever Carl is just like popping off on him in the car, he's just trying to like make conversation, and this guy just gives him nothing, no sells it the whole time.
Just chain smoking.
He has that deer in headlights look, man, or that dead 40-yard stare where he's just like, it's a very soulless psychopath.
It's always weird to me too, seeing Stormare play like a character without facial hair, because he looks so fucking different.
Yeah,
than what you're used to seeing him, because he usually has like the goatee or something in his hair all slicked back, fucking running some cocaine somewhere or whatever. Like,
well, in his later years, yeah.
And I think he said this is his first Coen Brothers film because he was doing plays before that.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be in Miller's Crossing, but then he got stuck at work and he couldn't get out.
Yeah, they wanted him from Miller's Crossing, and then the theater guy, wouldn't let him go. I don't know if he had a contract or whatever, but then he was doing a play, I think, with McDormand at some point, and they came to see it, and they were like, "Oh, we'd like to put you in this film. Are you going to turn us down again?" And he's like, no. And then he took the job, and then I think he got the script, and he's like, where the hell is my part? I only have like 6 lines.
Yeah.
He's such a great villain. Like,
oh yeah,
he's actually in the game Until Dawn. And was playing that game. It's like watching a movie. And he was one of my favorite parts throughout the whole thing, because it had these little takeaway shots that would have him sitting in like this weird office, like talking. And it's like he's got like one of like the coolest voices too.
Yeah,
he just always talks like this. Like, I don't even know if is he even American descent, or is he?
He's Swedish.
Swedish. Okay, I couldn't remember if he was just playing it or whatever. But
yeah.
For some reason, he always plays a Colombian.
Yeah, but he's been in a pile of stuff. It's one of those names, that we talk about this all the time. There's these actors that have names where you're like, if you say the name, I don't recognize the name. Right. But as soon as you see the face, you're like, oh, I know that guy.
That fucking guy. He was Satan in Constantine.
Yep.
Well, it's funny because before you said you wanted to do this movie this week, I was talking to somebody at work, and this dude came up, and I had to look him up because I'm like, what the fuck's that guy's name again?
Yeah.
Well, she's going to be in the new Constantine with Keanu. So
they are doing a new Constantine movie?
That's what they're saying.
Hell yeah, I'm down. It took me a while to actually like that first one, but now that I like the first one,
the TV show on CW is banging too. That shit was great.
I never saw that one.
Yeah, Lost World. He was in Lebowski. He was one of the nihilists. Armageddon, with another movie with Buscemi. 8mm.
He's in a lot of shit.
A pile of stuff.
Like
Minority Report. Yep.
Bad Boys 2.
Nacho Libre.
Bruiser. He was in Bruiser, which is where my dog gets his name from.
He's in an episode of Psych where he holds the fucking coroner hostage.
Yep.
Very bad guy. And he also was it Daredevil? Is he in Daredevil? Not Daredevil, but Deadpool.
I don't remember that.
I don't think.
what movie is it? Maybe it's not Deadpool. He plays he works like a pawn shop or some shit.
Down at the pawn shop.
The fuck movie is that?
I don't know. You tell me, fella.
I don't know. I don't know. I see him, and he's helping somebody out. That's like an anti-hero of some sort, but I can't.
Oh yeah.
He's got the beard and the slick back. I can't. He's got a different accent, but I can't remember what fucking movie it is.
Where's the money, Lebowski? But yeah, man, they say high blood pressure is the silent killer, but in this film, Gare is, man. He's cold-blooded, man, through and through. And even him, it's like you shit on Jerry and you shit on Carl for kind of being terrible criminals. I think Gare is just as bad. It's just the fact that he just doesn't care, and because he doesn't really think things through. It's just very reactional. You know what I mean?
Right.
And usually to the extreme. You're right there. Oh, you're looking it up, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. It might have just been scenes from John Wick that I saw. This is in that too. I've never even seen those movies.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen them. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Go by Pancake's house.
Yeah.
I remember they're talking in the car though, and then Sammy says something to him, and then he's like, "Okay," and he's like, "Oh, you fucking finally said something." He's like, "Fine, I'll shut up. I won't say anything and see how you like it." I'm like, he's probably going to be very happy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Carl was trying to do turnabout's fair play, and it's like, wait a minute, this guy is sitting in silence, so he doesn't give a shit. He'd probably be happier if you stop talking.
Right.
It's actually kind of funny because did you ever watch the first season of True Detective with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey?
That's the best one.
Yeah. They had a very similar dynamic in this, like they did in that show, because the whole time Woody Harrelson's character is trying to get Matthew McConaughey to give him something, to get to know him, whatever, and he wouldn't do it. He just, stoic. And kind of same thing in this ordeal. And of course, good guys versus bad guys, but still.
Yeah, going to the Pancake's house. They were saying that whenever they first film that scene, I guess he goes in and reads the script, and he thought it was a typo. So he does it the first take. He's like, "Oh, we're going to the Pancake house," and Coen brothers are like, "What did you just say?" And he said, "We're going to the Pancake house." He said, "No, that's not what says in the script. It's Pancake's house." He's like, "Oh, I thought that was a typo." They're like, "Well, no, there are no typos in our scripts." They crafted, down to the letter. Certain words are supposed to be said a certain way. You've got that Midwest or that Minnesota nice, kind of is the way they call it, is the way people talk out there, where it's kind of, you can, they're very polite out in the Midwest, and especially in Minnesota, where it's just, even when they're disagreeing with you, or it's never
aggressive.
Yes.
Don't be such a duty head.
Always smiling.
Very polite way of just conversing with people. And so
as you were saying with the script, they had I saw some shots of the script, and like you were saying, the words were basically spelled out the way they needed to be pronounced.
Yes.
So the word "don't" was DINT.
Dint.
I was like, "Dint." I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, I couldn't do that.
Yeah. And a lot of the actors had to work with dialogue coaches to get this Midwestern accent down. Oh, yeah. And I think even Macy said that a lot of the mannerisms or the little things that Jerry does, even his little scoffs or whatever, all those were actually crafted into the script, where it's he did it down to the letter. They knew exactly how they wanted this guy to act, to a T, and he followed it. He knew it inside and out. And so whenever you see those type of things, it's just like, just little things like that, it stands out. So, yeah, man. Oh, and the crazy part, we talked about Frances McDormand, who, does a phenomenal job in this film. She doesn't even show up till 35 minutes into the film.
Right.
She's the hero. And we talked about how these villains are kind of absent-minded and silly and stupid for the most part. And then you have this very run-of-the-mill pregnant woman who's a police officer, and it lives a very normal lifestyle, very quaint. And you would think that, there's a lot of times in movie and TV where the police people are usually, especially we always joked on Dexter. It was like, man, these guys haven't solved a crime in like 10 seasons. Like it's
surprise, motherfucker.
It's serial killer capital in Miami, and they're not solving anything. Dexter's just going around killing everybody. But in this one, even though she's got that very strange demeanor. It's not strange, but it's very, I don't know, run of the mill. What would you say? What would you call it?
I don't know. I just think she just has like a happy-go-lucky kind of look on life. Like she tries to see the good in everybody, so she don't really understand how people can just do shit for money.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Like her morals are a lot different. She's a homebody family person.
Yeah.
Like she respects the little things.
Yeah. And
like Arby's.
And the thing is, she's not, I keep wanting to, I'm not trying to say she's dumb or that the way she come across is dumb. I don't know. Some people might think it's very, I can't think of the word. What I'm
ignorant. Ignorant to certain things.
No,
I don't even think that's. I know where Mike's coming from, but I don't know either. Like simple is not really the word either.
Well,
not really.
People that don't understand the idea of being in a bad mood or being shitty to people or doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just a very weird demeanor. But the thing is, in the end, she's the one that's actually it seems like the smartest one out of all of them. Like and it's not like she has any kind of inherent, there's so many like films where you got these detectives that are so knowledgeable or something along those lines. Like he has like some kind of sixth sense or whatever. She's very by the book. 2 + 2. She's just following the thread in the entire film where it's like, oh, this leads me here, and she just uses almost common sense, for the most part, to get everything figured out. And
I don't know if I agree with your police work there, Mike.
Yeah. I think DLR stands for dealer. Oh yeah. But
so good.
But yeah, man, it's such a unique character for her to play, and she does such a great job. You don't see anything like that anymore.
What was funny? I was watching an interview with her, and she was saying how the only way, like she wore a wig in the film,
yeah,
and the only way she can do the accent is if she puts on the wig. She's like, I can't even do it like regular right now. She's like, I'd get it wrong. She's like, but put the wig on. She's like, it comes right back. Because they were saying like for like weeks, if not like a month or whatever, went by, and a lot of the cast members were still kind of using that fucking accent.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
But it's easy. It's easy to fuck up just because half the time I'll start going and try to do this Minnesota accent, and then I slip into this like Boston or freaking. Sound like a leprechaun or something.
Earlier you sounded Irish. I was like, that's next week.
Yeah, we're too early on St. Patrick's Day. But it's just so fun. It's because you don't hear these types of things, especially if you're from somewhere none too far from the Midwest. There, you don't hear these sort of things, or just the way that you're like, wow, this is so interesting because I've never seen it before. or heard it before.
I think one of the most interesting things about this film was the dude that played her husband, John Carroll Lynch.
Yeah.
Like, he was literally the Coen brothers' assistant. And then they were like, hey, want to roll in this movie? And he was like, I mean, if you think I can do it. And then fucking killed it. Then after that, he started actually acting.
Yeah.
Pretty
fucking wild.
It wasn't him in 8mm, was it? No, he was in Gothica. And he was Drew Carey's brother. He's been in all kinds of shit.
Everybody's favorite clown from American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was him.
And it all started from here. The talent he didn't know he had, unlocked by the Coens. Fucking A.
There you go.
And that's an interesting character because, you know, he's just this. He's the more domesticated of the two. She's kind of the breadwinner, I guess. I always assumed that he used to be in the police force, and now he's just kind of a homebody.
He paints ducks and goes ice fishing.
Yeah, you know, and takes care of her, takes care of Margie.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting dynamic because it's very run of the mill. You know, just going through the steps of every day. You know, she gets woken up by that phone call about the triple homicide. And she's like, oh, it's early, you know, just go back to bed. And he's like, nope, you got to have breakfast. You know, I'm going to cook you some eggs. You know, very, very loving, but in a we've been married for 20 years type way, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that is one of the things that kind of comes to light, you know, a little bit later whenever she, you know, they show, I guess, the triple homicide on TV or whatever on the news. And an old classmate, Mike, who's played by Stephen Park, who is the token Asian from In Living Color, if you remember.
Fucking creepo.
He just ends up calling her at like 10:45 at night out of nowhere. Can you imagine that? Like somebody you went to high school with just calling you up like now, right? Like 11 o'clock at night and being like, oh, hey, I saw you on the news. And you know, and I wondered if we could get together or something. You know, I wanted to see how you were doing. This is very.
Like, luckily, if it happened now, I just look at my phone and then I'd be like, I don't know that number. I'm not answering it.
Sure, but
then I'd be like, how the fuck did I get my number?
Yeah, that was another thing. I mean, back in the 90s, he probably just pulled up a phone book. You know, Yellow Pages, baby.
Hey, just 411 that shit.
Maybe. I don't know how it was in Minnesota, but yeah, that's one of the things, you know, that I always took from that interaction because, you know, once she decides to go to the Twin Cities, she ends up linking up with Mike, you know, after the fact, because you hear them get the phone call and everything. And it's like, all right, that was odd. But then she gets to Minnesota and she's like, oh, you know, I'm going to go meet my old friend from high school, my old buddy, Mike. And I think at the same time, you know, because she gets kind of dolled up, you know, I don't think she's like trying to cheat on her husband or anything like that. I never took that from that interaction, but I think it's one of those things where, you know, obviously Mike was showing a lot of interest in her and it's probably something she hasn't gotten in a long time, especially being a pregnant woman in your like third trimester.
Yeah. Cause that makes it right.
What?
That she has to go find, you know,
I think she looks dolled up too in that scene because before that, like all we see her in is a police outfit.
Sure.
You don't know how she dresses outside of work, really.
But I don't think there's any ill intention here. I think it's just she wants attention. And if you watch the interaction between her and Norm, it's very basic. He, you know, like I said, he's loving in a very subdued kind of way, where it's like, oh,
okay, they're married.
Okay,
right? They're married, okay. and she goes out and has dinner with an old classmate because she likes that he's like kind of all about her and shit.
Yeah, he's fawning over her. It's nice to have some
cool
attention.
And you'd be okay with that if your woman was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this. And
see, I think she just did it to be nice because they're just overly nice. Because even whenever like he sits beside her all creepily,
I mean,
she's
sure,
like, "You want to go over there and sit so I don't have to turn my neck?" I'm like, that's the best excuse ever to like get somebody to fuck off.
Yeah, that's why I say there's no There's no ill intent, but it's nice to be wanted sometimes.
No ill intent, but at the same point, obviously he had some kind of like intent. If he didn't, I mean, calling that late at night, like you haven't talked to this person forever, and then like, oh, you go, like, you know what's going to happen. Like, it's obvious this person has some other kind of like feelings towards you, but yet you're going to go hang out with them. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing how it's not wrong. My husband can't give me this. Need to go get some attention from somebody else. No,
he can't. That's because he can't give her anything right now because she's 7 months pregnant.
Like, I mean, whatever. But I mean, like, that's just if you don't put yourself in that position,
technically you can still poke the bear, but
that's just that's complete bullshit. I think she's in the wrong with that one.
Nah.
What do you mean, nah? So if you're a woman, if you had a girlfriend, and she said she's going to go out to eat,
now this is
some guy, or you're laying in bed and the phone rings, and it's this guy that your woman went to school with years ago, and wants to hang out, all that or whatever. That wouldn't bother you?
Did he know that though? Did he even know what the situation was?
And if he didn't, it makes her look bad too. Like, it makes her look a little worse if he didn't. What
if she just wants to go meet an old friend from high school
and not tell her husband that, you know, she's just going and getting all dolled up, go out there? You're right. Yeah.
Well, we don't know if she got dolled up. That could be her everyday wear if she's not home, if she's not at work.
Whatever.
I got her back.
You have her back. She may have not had any ill intent, but obviously he did. And
he definitely did. He was,
and all she was doing it. Okay, here, this guy comes out of nowhere after so many years, right? Okay, yeah. And then she's gonna go hang out with him.
Yeah,
because she has no idea that there's anything weird in his mind.
Well, here's the thing.
That's stupid. Well, and that's also like, if the husband doesn't know, that's also bad as well, because she feels like she's doing something that she shouldn't.
Well, here's the thing. If Mike saw her on the news, if Mike saw her on the news, then he saw that she was pregnant.
I mean, she probably had a big coat on though, too, and you might not be able to tell.
And there's a lot of guys out there that have that as a fetish. So I mean, like, that doesn't.
I would say a lot of
your
guys.
Argument at all. I don't know how that's negative at all.
Let's weigh in.
I've wrangled a couple of pregos. It's weird.
How am I being negative, Mom? Do you really want to?
How about this,
Mother? Do you really want to get like on this topic on here? Do you really want to like come in with that?
Start calling him negative nasty.
No.
I'm not being negative. Exactly. It's logical. Nobody would want their fucking significant other fucking getting a call in the middle of the night from a high school fucking like chum who obviously at some point had a fucking like thing for. He's paying her some kind of fucking attention, wants to meet up with her, doesn't invite the husband along, like whatever the fuck. Nobody's gonna be okay with that unless you're like fucking Paulie. No one is okay with it. That's not me being negative. That's just obvious.
Here's I really hope we can get phone calls because I want to hear from Mama Nasty.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's hear from a woman's perspective. All right.
Nope. Because I make good points, and my mother knows this.
No. Okay. Here's two things. All right. You presented this story, this circumstance to me before. First off, if I have a pregnant wife or girlfriend or something like that, I'm not going to act the way that Norm did. I'm going to be more attentive to her. I'm going to make sure I'm going to provide these things that he would not, because I'm that kind of guy. All right. So there would never be any kind of circumstance where my wife would be like, huh?
He's Mike.
I'm not Mike. I am Mike, but I'm not that Mike. Of course not.
Right.
Here's the thing, okay? If she was feeling neglected by her husband, as far as an emotional, where it's like, okay, he's not fawning over me anymore because we've been married 18 years, and this guy's giving me attention and I like it. I would be the husband who would be giving her attention. I wouldn't allow somebody to come along and fucking try to creep in with that.
No, I got you. But you're also seeing it.
And two,
but you're also trying to justify. You're also trying to justify.
I'm not trying to justify.
You just sit there and said the basis for cheating, which is finding something that you're fucking like finding something from somebody else that your like significant other can't give you. That is.
Damn it, Dave! I forgot the popcorn.
That's not that okay. Just because cheating comes out of it doesn't make it a blanket thing where it's going to happen no matter what. My number 2 thing was if I'm married to somebody, I fully trust them, and if they go and meet a friend,
and she keeps it from you,
I'm not.
And she keeps it from.
She doesn't have to report to me and tell me her every fucking move, Chuck. If I trust that person, I trust them to completely. They can go out with a guy friend or whatever.
I'm glad you have that kind of trust, brother.
Because okay, here's the way I see it. If you're with me, then I trust you, and I expect you to give me the respect that if you didn't want to be with me, if you were looking for something else, then it's come to me and say, look, Mike, this relationship isn't going the way I wanted to. I want something else in life or whatever. And then, okay, we'll part ways. If we are not seeing eye to eye, we're not on the same page. That's fine. Let's be amicable and respectful in doing this. And I trust somebody. So it's like, I don't need to know you every move. I trust to know that if you were hanging out with a guy like she was, and all of a sudden he fucking comes over and sits next to you, that you're going to say, whoa, motherfucker, you need to get back on that other side.
So
that's my woman, and I trust her to do that.
Him calling past 10 o'clock at night isn't a problem. Sorry, being the guy that has had to be the one to hear the 10 o'clock conversations at night from past girlfriends, we're not going to see eye to eye on this one at all. She's in the fucking wrong on that one. Don't put yourself in a fucking position where you're going to look fucking bad.
Sounds like you got some jealousy issues you need to work out.
I don't know. You're the one. Yeah, I do. That's why I don't have a girlfriend. I've been
and trust
over so many times.
Trust
But the thing is though, is like, I mean, you got a little about it too. So I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think it's bullshit, and I
don't think it's bullshit. You know, she wanted a little attention.
Wants a little attention from somebody else that isn't her husband. You don't see the problem with that. Now, granted, he should be a better husband. He should be a more attentive. Yeah, exactly. Yes. But that doesn't mean it's okay to go find something else from somebody else without your husband knowing.
I wish I had my Dr. Show wig next to me.
If your intent is to look for something else, you know,
don't show that one.
It's all intent.
And yeah, don't because of course I've got issues, Mom. You've done all the girlfriends I've had.
More issues than Sports Illustrated.
Fucking kidding me.
But
anyway, moving on. I think that moral's all fucked. Okay, well, you're sitting there saying that's no big deal, whatever. I think that in a better relationship, you would say, hey, I'm gonna go meet up with this person, whatever, no big deal, fine. She doesn't even tell him. So there's the fucking problem. It's called keeping things from people.
Later on, she finds out that Mike is a creeper, and she kind of like is like, oh, well, fuck.
Yeah,
but she should have already thought that. She shouldn't even fucking have been worried about it. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes it's nice to just feel wanted, Chuck.
No respect. Oh yeah, I know nothing about that. Thanks.
So if somebody gave you a little attention and it felt good, you're just going to be like, whoa, you can't give me attention.
If I'm in a relationship with somebody and I don't tell them I'm going to go meet up with somebody, yeah, that's kind of wrong.
Agree to disagree.
Okay, cool. I'm so glad. I am so glad that you've had all the good relationships to where your trust is intact. Is it intact that much? I wish I could be that way. No, I'm being serious. I wish I could be that way. I can't. I can't. So, whatever. We agree to disagree.
Sure. You betcha.
Can we move on to the wood chipper, please?
That's
Jesus,
that's coming up. That's coming up. Chuck wants to throw me into wood chipper right now.
No, never.
I love coming to this show.
A lot of 10 o'clock night phone calls. Yeah, it might throw some people in wood chippers in.
Well, okay, here's the other thing, because we've talked about Minnesota nice. You know, maybe they were just being nice about it. All right. You know, not everybody has the same. Okay. Mike's a creeper. We find that out. He was making up. He fucking lied that he had a wife, and he lied about her dying.
He's a good actor, though. He pulled them tears out quick.
Yeah. I'm so lonely. Well, that was the only true statement he made. Yeah, he is lonely, sitting at his parents' house, fucking wishing he had a woman. But yeah, oddly enough, this one small scene, you know, ends up being one of the things. A lot of people are like, why do they even have that in the film? Because it's very odd, it seems very out of place. But if you analyze it, you know, her interaction with Mike what we come to find out, like I said, is that he was lying the entire time. And she sat there and she bought into the lie. And then when she's talking to her friend later on the phone and finds out that he never was married and that the chick was still alive, then she realizes that she had been duped. And it kind of gives her that, you don't see it, but you can tell the story that's going on in kind of in her head, where she's like kind of second guessing things, because she's like, okay, I've been duped by this guy. Who else am I being duped by? And then she goes back and re-interviews Jerry Lundegaard, because something doesn't sit right. So that kind of is one of the key things there. You would think it's just some odd interaction between her and an old classmate, but it actually sets up her solving the case. But regardless, when you talk about Jerry Lundegaard, man, and in his relationship with like his father-in-law, starting off, he thinks that he can get this deal between him and Sam. What is he, the attorney or something like that for the father? I can't remember his Stan Grossman. Yeah. And Jerry's going to kind of facilitate this deal on a parking lot or whatever parking structure. And, he thinks that the father-in-law is going to give him the money to do the deal. And it quickly finds out that that's not the case, and it's one of those things where he's such a fucking numbnuts to think, okay, like whenever they're sitting there explaining it to him, he kind of realizes like, I'm just going to give you the money. And this is your deal, and what do I get out of it? I just get money back. And he's like, oh, well, that plus principal and all that. He's like, we're not a bank, Jerry. They keep telling him that, but he has this fucking convoluted idea that just give me money so I can make more money, and then I'll give you your money back. Even though you see early on where the father-in-law is like, he says, oh, this would be a great deal for me and Gene and Scotty. And he's like, Gene and Scotty are already taken care of.
He does not like Jerry.
Yeah, typical father-in-law son.
It's like, you're lucky I gave you a job at my fucking dealership.
Yeah, definitely friction there, and you see that throughout the film. And then Jerry comes up with this old concocted plan, and he's talking about how the kidnappers only deal with him. He's like, oh yeah, we gotta listen to them. They're only gonna deal with me, and the father-in-law keeps wanting to take control of the situation. And then whenever another part is great is whenever they actually do the kidnapping, and she just sitting there knitting and watching TV, and Buscemi just comes up to the window and is like trying to look inside and can't really see anything, because that's how it, like, if you ever been anywhere where it's all white outside, from snow and everything like that, it's like just so bright that you're trying to look inside something, you can't see anything. She's like right there, so he just smashes the glass, and she flips out and goes running right into Gare, who's coming through the front door. And that situation is just so comical, because she's trying to escape. She bites his hand, and what does he say? I need some GOIN or something like that, or I can't remember what the word was.
I don't know, but he's just like looking at his hand, and he goes upstairs to fucking get some ointment out of their fucking medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
And then he just like looks behind and like it looks in the mirror and sees the shower curtain move, and then she just screams and comes flying straight at him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I got to punch her right in the face.
Yeah, and then she's trapped in the shower curtain. She goes flying down the steps and everything like that. I remember the first time I watched it, I thought she was dead right then.
Yeah.
I thought she went down the steps and got killed. Yeah, and it's not until you get to the car scene where they're in the car and you hear her kind of whimpering, or you're like, oh, she's still alive. And then there's another part later on, once they get to the cabin out by the lake, where they get her out of the car and she takes off running, and she's got the bag over her head. She has no idea where she's running. I always think that she's going to run into a tree in that scene.
I just like how like Carl's back there just laughing at her.
Yeah, he thinks it's hilarious that she's just run, rabbit, run type thing. She's running around.
At least she made an effort to get away.
Has no clue where she's going.
No idea where she was going.
Yeah. But then, okay, so another scene that is crazy is whenever they kidnapped her and they have her in the car, and then like you said, fucking Carl forgot to put the tags in, and they get pulled over, and fucking of course Carl thinks he's so slick that he's going to be able to bribe this cop, the state cop, and get out of the situation. He has the $50 hanging out of his billfold there whenever he's giving over the license and registration, and the cop's not going for it. And that's when Gare says, fuck this, and he just grabs a hold of him and pulls the gun out of the glove box and fucking shoots him. You see the blood gush out of his head. It's just a great shot too, because he does it right in front of Carl, and Carl, you just see like the light from the cop headlights that are bouncing off the mirror that are reflecting on Carl's face, and then you got that like spatter of blood on his face, and he's just like, "Oh, daddy," It's almost like I feel in that moment that Carl has never seen a guy killed before. You know what I mean?
It's possible
because it's one of those things where he's just like, "Whoa, this is next level shit."
It kind of goes back to Tarantino again. With Pulp Fiction, it reminds me of the scene, Marvin.
You shot Marvin in the face.
Yeah.
Well, I just like that scene when the guy's like he's starting to drag the cop back, and then the other dude drives by, and then fucking Gare's like, fuck. So he like slides over and just whips the car around and runs dude down. That shit's so fucking good.
So dumb. Why does Carl? He just clearly dragging a body. Why would you not just throw the body down or something
left
or something? Something. I mean, a lot of the stuff they do doesn't make any sense, and I think that's part of it. But yeah,
they definitely don't think things through. They just fucking act, and then they're like, "Fuck, we're dumb."
Yeah, and Gare, he just jumps in that car and chases after him, and then all of a sudden the car lights disappear, and he's kind of like, "What the fuck?" And we see that the car ran off the road and it's flipped. And the one passenger gets out and starts running. He gets shot, and then the other one gets shot execution style by Gare. Like I said, man, cold-blooded psychopath. And
so fucking good though.
Yeah,
the man it really nothing steals the show in a way whenever they're together.
The big fella,
so crazy.
Not the little fella.
He's weird looking.
Oh yeah, he is. You betcha.
Yeah, that shit cracks me up.
Another thing cracks me up is whenever Jerry gets back to the house and finds out that Jean's been kidnapped, and he's all of a sudden the way it's shot, the camera's facing like a different direction, and you hear Jerry talking, and you think he's talking to his father-in-law, and then as you see the camera pan over to him, you can see that he's standing there rehearsing what he's trying to, what he's going to say whenever he makes the call. He's like running through his head, like, it's Jean. Oh, it's my wife, and he's trying to rehearse it and see what sounds best. And I always thought that was a funny little thing, a little detail.
Well, I just like how he's like trying to get all dramatic and get his heart rate up and shit so he can kind of like sound panicked. And then whenever he fucking does dial out, he's like, "Oh yeah, Wade Gustafson, please."
Yeah, very calm and collected. Instead of somebody like,
he should have been like, "Put Wade on the phone, fuckhead."
Yeah. Like you should be very animated at that point.
Like he's such the worst criminal ever. Such a fucking idiot. But that's what makes it fun though. Like you're watching these people fucking literally try to pull off the craziest con ever, and then it's much bullshit goes wrong.
It's not really the craziest con. It's just it's a harebrained scheme.
Yeah,
in its entirety, and it's just a complete chaos because none of them know what they're doing. Even whenever he's talking to him early on, he's like, "Oh, I trust you fellas. I know what you're doing," and he's like, Carl's like, "Of course we know what we're doing." Like, no, they don't. Like,
I like going back and rewatching it too because you see like all like the little, like I guess like the foreshadowing or whatever too. Because like at one point he's talking to Scotty and he's like, "Well, what if everything goes wrong?" Yeah. And he's like, you can just tell like when like the look on his face, he's thinking, I never fucking thought about anything going wrong. Like, and then
Yeah,
whenever
everything goes
talking
wrong.
to Carl, he's like, "We got bodies. The price just went up."
Yeah,
He's like,
everything
"What are you
goes
talking
wrong
about?"
because now there's multiple people dead. Now these guys are going to double cross him and try to take all the money.
Right.
Now the father wants to be the one to make the drop. So it's like you didn't think anything through.
Yeah, Marge is like on his ass and he knows it. And
Yeah.
then you got the other guy calling about where the fuck's this fucking car at.
Yeah, because he's trying to run a scam on the money that he's borrowing off these cars, and they're asking for the serial numbers, and he keeps just dragging his feet on that because just a scumbag human being, man, and I'm glad it works out the way it does for him. But it's there's a lot of collateral damage. It's crazy because it's like, you just mentioned Scotty, the son. What happens with Scotty? We never find out. He's just kind of left in the dust. His dad just abandoned him. His mom's dead. His grandfather's dead.
In jail.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he left him. Like once the heat was on him, he skipped town and he was holed up in that motel or whatever.
I'd like to think that somehow Scotty gets out and he finds the money.
No.
It wouldn't. I mean, it's definitely far-fetched. It ain't ever going to fucking happen, but...
Well, I mean...
That'd be a good thought, though.
You've seen season 1 of Fargo, right?
Yeah.
So we know what happens with the money.
Well, yeah, in that show, but...
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's the same... it's in the same universe.
Yeah, I watched the first, second, and fourth season, because the third season, I think, was the dumb one. I watched, 2 episodes and turned it off.
I like that one. The one with Ewan McGregor?
I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
There was one of them I didn't think was very good.
I
don't remember which one it was, though.
So, yeah, and then that whole money drop situation goes completely sideways because the father-in-law shows up and Buscemi's so pissed at this point, dealing with everything. That he's like, who the hell are you? And he's like, where's Gene? He's like, I said Jerry only. I gave you people very specific instructions. And he just pulls out his gun and shoots him. I like the fact that he shoots the Wade and he's like, oh geez. Like if you get shot, you just say, oh geez. And
I don't know why he decided to shoot him in the fucking ribs.
Yeah, and it's such a.
He definitely didn't hit him with a fatal shot.
No, but at the same time, I like it so much because there's no blood and just feathers pop out of the coat. I don't know. It's very Cohen, in that moment. Right. And then of course, the Wade pulls out his gun and fucking blasts him, and it just I've always assumed that it kind of grazes his face.
Yeah.
And goes across because it's not like he shot him right through the mouth or anything.
Wade's a terrible shot.
You're alive. You're a terrible shot.
It just skims his cheekbone or his jawbone.
Yeah, and then he just unloads on him. And then Jerry followed Wade over, and he's coming up. And it's funny the way they do this. Man, they do so. They write this shit so well. So without even saying anything, most movies you would have okay, he pulls up with the car and he sees his father-in-law there laying there dead, and you just see from behind the car the shot, and normally they cut to a reaction or something like that, and it's just all of a sudden you see the trunk pop.
Yeah,
and it's it's so good. It's just these little things that they do, the storytelling, man. It's there's so many times where you don't have to spell it out, and it makes it that much better.
It's like, open the fucking gate.
Yeah. And then we find out that guy got killed too. So it's just it's all gone to shit. Money drops gone wrong. You go. Another fun fact: your boy is in this film.
Huh?
Do you know that?
Nick Cage?
No, the other boy, Bruce Campbell.
Where was he at?
So whenever Gear's in the cabin eating his little food, watching TV.
Oh yeah, he's on TV, isn't he?
Yeah,
it was an old guy.
It was an old like soap opera that Bruce Campbell did back in like the 80s up in Michigan or something like that.
I'm pregnant.
I'm having your baby. That was Bruce Campbell's small cameo in Fargo, folks. If you hadn't seen it, and if you blink, you might miss it. So I always thought that was funny.
Sending all the love to Bruce Campbell, actually.
Oh yeah.
Night, Mom and Aston.
Hey, Mom.
Thanks for stopping by.
Night,
Night,
Mom.
Andy.
Love y'all.
We love Chuck too.
And then another thing that always kind of stood out as far as the story goes is when, after he gets the money, after Carl gets the money, and he's this is like the next morning or something like that. He realizes there's not $80,000 in the satchel. There's $1 million.
Yeah, Jerry was fucking him hard.
Yeah, and he decided to fuck Gare. And I almost wonder why he even bothered to go back.
I think mainly to see if she was alive.
No, I don't think he didn't. I don't think he cared about her because when he gets back to the cabin,
I wouldn't have
sees
went
her. Well, I think the only thing that probably he was thinking was that if I don't show up and give him his cut of the money, then he's going to come after me at some point.
Well, yeah, that went well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it happened sooner than he thought. But and Gare doesn't even know that there's money. It's just buried off in the middle of nowhere, freaking North Dakota or Minnesota or whatever. And and we find out what happens in the TV series. But
that's what I'm saying too. Like, I don't know why, because like Carl's like, take my truck, I'm taking the Sierra. Yeah, I'm like, fuck that. You're like, I would take my truck because the Sierra's hot. Like,
yeah, that's
you got people looking for this fucking thing.
I would assume that the truck's a piece of shit and it probably breaks down a lot. So that's why he wanted to do it.
$920,000 in a bag.
Sure. And that's kind of the catalyst that sets Gare off because, he's like, are we, I'm going to take the Sierra. You can have my truck. And he's like, no, we split. He's like, how the fuck do you split a car with a chainsaw? No, he wants him to pay. It's like, I don't even know what if I was Carl and he's like, oh well, I want half the money on the car. I'd be like, okay, here's 20,000 or whatever, 10,000. Yeah. I don't know what he expected, but
I gave him 10.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, done.
Go for 19.5 without the true coat.
Oh yeah, that true coat costs extra. That's like 500 extra. But
they take 100 off for you.
Yeah, they do that at the factory. There's nothing really we can do about it. Fucking scumbag.
I don't need no sealant.
But just give him whatever he wants for the Sierra and get the fuck out of there, man. Right. You got like a cool million waiting, basically. Yeah. But it's that, and he's popping off on him. Like, I think the thing that really sets Gare off there is that when he's like, "Are we square?" And then the second time he's like, "Are we square?" And he pulls his coat bag and he's got the gun right there. Gare's kind of like, okay, motherfucker, you gonna fucking flash your piece at me?
Well, I think what got him too was he's like, next time you see Shep, I'm gonna bust his ass or whatever. And I think that might have got him too, because I think Shep was closer with him than he was Carl, obviously.
I don't know.
So maybe them two had schemes going together for years.
But besides the fact he's calling him a big dummy and a fucking mute and all this stuff, and then he just comes running out with the axe and freaking.
I love how he puts his hat on first. He's just like,
yeah, it's cold outside.
That shit cracks me.
Or the fact that he just like, whenever Carl comes back, he's like, oh, what happened to her? And we just see her body on the floor and blood. He's like, oh, she kept shrieking.
He's just eating a fucking TV dinner, watching some fucking soap operas.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are you gonna do after you bash somebody? Get hungry.
I mean, you do.
Poor Jean, man.
Yeah, she got the short end of the stick.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
husband's a piece of shit.
I remember when I first saw this movie, buddy of mine, his parents had rented it. And we had just watched, I think it was around the same time. When did 7 come out? Before or after this?
Was it?
Right? 95.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the same people that they introduced me and my buddy to Seven, they used to rent movies all the time. We would go into their room and just like, hey, they rented like 5 new movies and it'd be like rated R, cool, we're gonna watch it, you know. And
Sure.
and I remember watching this one and just being kind of like, oh, this is really funny. Oh, this is kind of depressing. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's such a it's, and I think the fact that it does happen in a town full of people who are nice as fuck, who are just nice. You hate seeing nice people have bad things happen to them. Like generally good people, you hate seeing bad things happen to them, and it has more of an effect with the fact that they're where they are in this movie and how they are in this movie.
That's okay. That's okay. So that now going back to earlier I was like trying to think. Okay, so like you said, it's a town or a couple cities full of people that are very polite and nice. It's almost people kind of perceive them as naive. I could see how people see their kindness as weakness type thing, and then really they're strong people. You know, it's like, you know, especially with Marge, you know, freaking almost about to bust a pop with this baby. And she's out solving this crime like it ain't nothing, you know.
She's on it too. Like she's on everybody. Like she's talking to fucking Shep. She has him kind of pinpointed. Like this car's fucked. There's got to be a car missing from here because somebody called here and they have to be related. Like, and then she's just constantly like just trying to get answers. And then it's funny whenever, like that's why I was laughing earlier. Whenever you mentioned, I forget what the hell we were talking about. I guess her talking to Jerry. And then he fucking like, it's like, well, I'll go out here and count these fucking cars right now or whatever. And he fucking runs outside and she sees him leaving. And then she just gets so excited. She's like, he's fleeing the interview. He's fleeing the interview.
I love that reaction.
That shit makes me crack up every time I see it.
Yeah.
I would be such a nervous wreck every day if I was her husband. You're a pregnant cop and you won't take a few weeks off. I'm not sleeping for a while.
And the Prowler needs a jump.
Yeah, when Dax's mom was pregnant with him, I was overbearing with my worry on things. I could not imagine having a pregnant wife that was a cop also.
Oh yeah.
Especially as pregnant as she is, like in the film. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Nerves.
Yeah. That's different. Explain the interview. And then of course we get is this your favorite scene, Chuck? The wood chipper?
Yeah, it is.
It's a pretty good one.
Well, it's funny because like when she confronts him and he's got the fucking leg and he's like you can't help but to crack.
I guess she like points at her hat because she has the badge on there. Like she's like,
because you can't hear her because the machine's running.
Then he just takes off running.
It's so comical to me because, you know, this is like the epitome of dark comedy, but like he's like trying to shove Carl's foot into the chipper and it's not going. He takes like a log and he's trying to jam it down with that, and it's like even in death, Carl is a burden to get. It's like just go, and then it's the way, you know, you have that whole white landscape and the bright red blood just everywhere, and she just walks up on this gory scene like, what the hell's going on?
Reminds me of of an icy.
Yeah,
you put the ice, the stuff on the ice.
Oh yeah,
A cherry snow cone.
Right. Yeah, snow cones. Yeah, something to say.
And you know it kind of there's no big battle or anything. Oddly enough, Garrett just takes off. You know, makes a run for it. She shoots him, and I don't know. It's a weird. This is one of the things that I didn't like. This little effect, like, because it almost seems like she's shooting a cap gun. You could almost tell that it's not a real gun. And then whenever he gets hit in the leg, it's just like a red almost like a paintball look and thing. You know, it doesn't look like he'd been shot. It was weird, and the way he went down, it almost went delayed. I don't know. Just minor.
It definitely didn't go through.
It looked odd.
A shitty place to get shot, right? Like right behind your leg, above your kneecap.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that would suck.
But now, you know, okay, so now she goes and she, at this point, we don't see it, but obviously when she has him in the car, we realize that she's picked him up and handcuffed him. Like he didn't give her any resistance, like this maniac.
Right. Yeah.
You know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he has, you know, he shot the woman in the car, so he doesn't have any kind of rule about killing women.
I mean, he killed Jean in the house.
And Jean brutally.
Yeah.
So pregnant woman, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he just gave up. I don't know. But it was very abrupt ending for him. And then you know, she's just talking to him in the car, and you know why? I don't understand it.
Right.
You know, all these people had to die for what? For a little money. And it's such a nice day. And here you are.
Well, I mean, that little closing monologue kind of explains everything about, you know, her, you know, the mindset of like, right. You know, why can't, you know, and it's not a bad mindset. Why can't everybody just get along? Why does everybody why do people want to hurt each other for things like money and things of that nature? You know, it's such a fucked up movie. It really is kind of a thought provoking movie when it comes down to it, you know,
especially like you said, it's like a small town train of thought where these people don't, you know, think like whenever like a murder comes across, it's got to be somebody from out of state or out of town, because nobody around here would do that sort of thing.
Right.
You know,
right.
Because those people just don't think that way. You know, they're, like we said, they're so nice and they're so, you know, such a different mindset than average folk. It's almost like, oh, we're good folk, and then everybody, you know, these people that come around, they're the bad guys, and I don't understand your mindset because it's completely different the way I think. I would never think that I'd want to hurt somebody or kill somebody for money. You know,
yeah. It's always the outsiders too. I mean, because like even in like true crime, you know, I mean, like the Velisca, you know, axe murders and all that. So it's always the outsider, you know, the one that they think did that, and then you have like, shit, drawing a blank. Kind of hate when that happens, but yeah, it's always the outsiders. It's always, you know, In Cold Blood, just like the shit that happened in Cold Blood, you know, and the real shit happened that it was bad guys passing through.
Yeah.
You know.
And then a little epilogue where we see Jerry hold up in some motel, and the police show up and apprehend him. So he's arrested. And
no.
Spineless.
No.
Oh yeah, he's a very easily dislikable character.
Like why he didn't just drive like 3 states over instead of like the next town is beyond me.
Because that's the character. He does everything wrong.
That's what I mean. Like everybody in this movie is dumb as fuck except for the cop.
Like whenever he realizes that you know, fucking he's getting double crossed and all these other things, he could just tell her whenever she shows up, like, "Oh, do you have a car stolen?" He could be like, "Yeah, we had a car stolen." You know, he could easily deflect any kind of blame or anything.
Yeah, he could have been like, "Those guys kidnapped my wife, and I was trying to do everything under the radar because they told me not to tell anybody."
Yeah, he had so much deniable plausibility. So much deniable plausibility that he's just a dumb character that fucked it all up. And then it ends with, you know, Norm and Margie in the bed. And, you know, we find out that Norm got his painting on a stamp, the 3-cent stamp, his duck, and you know, all is well. They're about to have a baby. They're doing pretty good.
Everybody's back to happiness days.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
The bad guys are arrested or dead, and
don't you know?
It's time to go to bed.
Oh, you betcha.
Yep. Time to go to bed at 8:00 and wake up at 5. That's what those kind of people do. I could never imagine that life.
But that's Fargo, guys. I mean, like I said, it's so well written. You know, obviously, best original screenplay, and you know, it shows. It's one of those ones we talked about the characters being unique, the setting being unique. You know, at the time, and just something you just never, you feel like you're on like another planet when you're watching this, because everything just seems so different than I think what most people grew up with if you didn't grow up in the Midwest. And the Coen brothers just bring it out, in the setting and the characters so well.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything else that really stands out for you guys that I might have overlooked?
I like to say, I'm all about Shep, man. Like whenever he fucking walks in there, whenever Carl's banging that chick and he just fucking throws her on the ground and starts beating the literal shit out of him.
What the fuck? I was banging that chick.
He beats the living shit out. He like throws him across the room and he's butt ass naked. He fucking goes flying through a table.
Yeah, and then the guy that shows up at the door, he fucking threatens that guy. He almost grabs the chick.
Yeah. It's like just straight collateral. Then he fucking takes, like, Carl's getting dressed and he fucking takes Carl's own belt and pulls it out of his pants and starts fucking strangling him.
Yeah, strangling him, then whipping him.
So you all have seen the show, right?
The TV show?
Series? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how does it line up with the movie?
It's different because so each season of Fargo, the TV series, is separate. Like it's not like continuous. They jump around in time and everything like that. But I'm not sure about 4 or 5 because I haven't watched those yet, I don't think. But I think they're all in the same universe because you find out, about the money in the first season, what happened with the money that Carl buried in the snow. And
like the one season takes place in like the 50s or 60s, right?
Yeah, like I said, it jumps around with time and everything like that. But I think all of them are in the same universe, I want to say. But definitely, like I said before, you want to check out the first season of Fargo, Chuck. You will love it. Billy Bob Thornton, man, is so good. Yeah. Everybody, Martin Freeman,
he's a badass.
There's so many. You're gonna be watching it, and you're gonna see so many people, like actors and everything. That you're like, oh, there's so and so. It's such a good season. They do it well. I enjoyed the second and third one, not as much as the first, but if anything, I recommend going and watching the first, if not anything else, because like I said, they're standalone seasons, so it's not like you have to. Okay, I watched the first season, now I have to see what happens in the second season. It's you could watch them out of order if you wanted to, because it just doesn't matter. And as far
like
as
True Detectives kind of thing,
kind of,
yeah.
But that's
great type shit.
Definitely watch the first season. I think you'll enjoy it a lot.
No, but I was like looking up because I was like, that dude, like the dude that played Shep, Steve Rivas, he looks familiar.
Yeah.
And he's been in a lot of shit. Like he was the dude showing his bottom in the Doors movie to Jim Morrison.
The guy in the desert?
Yeah.
The Naked Indian?
Yeah.
As Indian in the Desert is his title. Oh, he was the Indian in Twins too. He's just Indian child.
Was that really the guy from the Doors movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's in all kinds of shit, man. Yeah, he was in Twins. He was the guy driving the fucking big ass car.
Steve Rivas, man.
Wow.
He's in all kinds of shit, man.
No shit. Huh.
Like he was in the Longest Yard remake.
Oh yeah.
Never saw it.
That's pretty good.
I don't care about football.
Well, I know.
So therefore,
you said wino?
Wino.
Holy buckets. Anyway, like I said, they do such a good job of representing the Midwest. I said earlier about how, when you go out there, that's exactly how it looks. I remember I took a trip. I flew into Omaha and then drove up because, whenever I was going around doing all 50 states, it's like, okay, what am I going to do here with North Dakota? Where do I want to go in North Dakota? And the first thing that popped in my head was Fargo. So I drove up to Fargo, and when you're driving up, here's like a picture. Like I'm going into South Dakota. So even as far down as South Dakota, like if you look, like whenever you see that background with all these posts and this fence and all this snow, this is it for miles. Exactly how it is in the film. I was like, holy shit, it's exactly like that. And it was. So it's like accurately shows you how the Midwest is, Fargo. And then one of the great things about it is that the town of Fargo embraces this. It's such a dark film, but they actually embrace it, even though, like we said, there's only one scene that takes place in Fargo, and it actually wasn't filmed in Fargo, but in the storyline, he's meeting them in Fargo.
That's pretty cool.
At their little welcome center there in Fargo, Moorhead, this is the actual wood chipper. This is the prop wood chipper from the film. They have it on display. You can go and see it there.
I would love to have that. That'd be cool as fuck.
Signed by the Coen brothers, and it's got the foot hanging out and everything like that. And they got different things, props and scripts and stuff like that from the film. So I think it's really great that the town embraces it, because there's a lot of places that be like, oh, this is a bloody, weird film, and we don't want anything to do with it. And Fargo, Moorhead are glad to have it. So I always thought that was a cool thing.
Hey.
So yeah, if you're ever
I thought it was weird that Steve Buscemi didn't want to be there during the filming of that, because he just had a kid and thought it was too gruesome. So like they used a stunt double.
Really?
I was like, he's dead, but they had some random dude's fucking foot hanging out the wood chipper.
I don't think that was a stunt person. I think that was just a prop leg.
Right, but they had another stunt guy there apparently, so they had like the right size leg for him.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't even like they just tried to get a leg that looked like Steve Buscemi's.
It was the easiest paycheck for that stunt double that day.
He said he felt bad for telling him that he wasn't going to be there that day, but they understood because he just had a kid. He didn't.
I don't understand that at all. I mean, they're not throwing babies in the fucking wood chipper. Like, I think it's okay.
In your book, they would.
I mean,
you throw a baby in the wood chipper.
I wasn't going to.
I always think Tucker and Dale whenever I think wood chipper. That should just
right. It's a great movie. Fuck it. God damn it. Now I've got a scene in my head that I probably should.
Chucked himself into the Woody.
Tucker and Dale is so goddamn good. I'm still waiting for that fucking sequel, which COVID ruined.
I don't know. It should be coming out.
Really?
Yeah. Is it? Are they even working on it?
I thought they stopped it because of COVID. And
they just re-announced it like a couple months back. It was on. I think we talked about it on here. So it was going to be Tucker and Dale versus a Ghost, and then they were talking about either doing a Ghost or doing Tucker and Dale versus Evil Part 2.
Tucker and Dale versus Bloodlines.
There you go.
I'm done with the Bloodlines. All right, Fargo, man. 30 years of Fargo. Where does Fargo rank for you as far as Coen Brothers films? Chuck.
Ooh. I mean, it ranks pretty high. I think it's such a damn good story overall. Like, it's one of those, like, I wish that I wrote that. You know what I mean? Like, it's characters, dialogue, plot, overall, everything is great. Man,
Lebowski, obviously
Lebowski kind of overranks it a little bit for me.
Okay.
But Fargo is not far down. I mean, I think it's honestly like it's one of those where I consider it a perfect film. I mean, it's good. It's good shit.
No Country for Old Men. Did you like that one?
Oh fuck, I forgot about that one. Yeah. Man, I'm drawing blanks and stuff.
Burn After Reading.
Yeah, I'd say at least top 5. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely top 5.
Definitely. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
That's my jam. I love that fucking movie, yo.
Raising Arizona.
So good. They turned Pete into a horny toad.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about it. They've got some of my favorite movies, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I looked up their shit today. And I'm like, fuck, man, I didn't realize they did all that. Like, I mean, like the ones we just named, I didn't. I knew they did, but like I didn't realize they did Raising Arizona until I looked them up, and I was like, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Did they do Barton Fink?
Yeah.
Did you ever seen that?
Turturro with Turturro? Yeah.
Yeah, that's and John Goodman. being a very that's a good one. We should do that one.
The other Tarantino-esque thing they do is using a lot of the same characters in all their films.
Yeah.
Well, the same actors, not characters.
Right, yeah.
Goodman, Buscemi, Clooney, so many different characters. They're Turturro is in multiple films. Obviously Francis McDormand. Hudsucker Proxy. You like that one?
Never seen
it. Never saw that one? Okay.
I don't remember that movie. I know I've seen parts of it, but
what's it about?
They've done a lot of shit, man.
Is it one of those kind of movies?
I don't think you'd like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's had Tim Robbins in it, right?
Yeah.
We'll watch the trailer on the after hours.
You remember Lady Killers with Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks is an asshole. I never saw it, but I know what you're talking about.
It's a weird one. It's another weird one. Definitely a different role for.
I don't know if I saw that one either.
It's weird. Yeah, it's right up Coen Brothers' alley. But yeah, man, it's for a lot of people. This is at the top, and I would agree. I love Lebowski, but I think this film is so well written and it was so well performed. Man, Francis McDormand, William H. Macy, Steve Buscemi, Peter Stormare. I keep forgetting this fucking guy's name. He
doesn't have a fucking real name.
Stormare. Peter Stormare. I don't know. I'm fucking it up. But everybody gives a wonderful performance in this great film. So 5-star classic. 30 years of Fargo. If you get a chance, go back and revisit it. It's on HBO Max and other streaming platforms right now, and you'll definitely have a good time.
100%.
Yeah. So
classic.
Now that we've wrapped that up for the evening, what we do here every week at the Video Store Clerks Podcast is we have a clip of the week that is provided by a random clip generator that I don't know who programmed this generator, but they are a madman or a mad woman, perhaps. I don't know, because these crazy clips keep coming out of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit the clip of the week and see what has provided us this week for our viewing pleasure or displeasure.
All right, let's see what we got this week.
Jesus. It was made by Trump. God, I hate when that happens. That's like morning wood. Like, I don't want to get up.
Is that a dick?
My pants. I don't want to wake up.
Is that one of your dick worms?
No.
Dick worm.
This is a horrible dramatization of every morning when you wake up and you don't feel like going to the bathroom.
The day my dick tries to kill me, I'm going to be very mad.
Oh, all of our dicks almost kill us.
I mean,
in some way, shape, or form.
So if you're saying if your dick tries to kill you, you're going to be pissed off? Oh, yeah. And that you forgot in the news that guy that cut off his own dick and died.
Oh, yeah.
Tragedy.
What?
Some guy cut off his dick and died.
In LA.
Did he have somebody else try to eat it with him?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not nearly as fucked up or a little more wild than that one story that happened. That Rammstein does a song about called Mein Teil.
My tits?
No. My part is what it actually means. Because this is Mein Teil. Yeah. It's a disgusting story. Yeah.
Also, we have outside projects here at the Video Store Clerks Podcast. We're going to go ahead and run some ads to bring you up to date on what's going on outside of the video store.
Leisure Trading Company is on YouTube. Head over now to see videos from Mike's travels and experiences. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Over 10,000 subscribers and growing. Thank you to all. Leisure Trading Company is also your source on eBay with many collectibles and hundreds of great gift ideas. Who loves you and who do you love? Leisure Trading Company.
You bit off a little more nasty than you could chew. Now you gotta deal with all the nasty coming down your throat.
Oh yeah! Terrifying.
Whoa.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
So be sure to go ahead and check out Chuck Nasty's work over at Amazon Godless. Pick up a copy if you'd like. We definitely appreciate that.
I would, definitely.
Well, we're supporting you too, fucker. So yeah, we would. It's not all about you.
It's not? I beg to differ.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, wait. No. All right. So that's going to probably wrap it up for us here at the Video Store Clerks Podcast. It's been another fun week going out into the Midwest and exploring Fargo with the Coen brothers. Next week, we have a holiday coming up, Chad, man.
Yes, we do.
And what could be on the plate?
St. Patrick's Day. We've never done a St. Patty's Day special, but as Tuesday falls on the St. Patrick's Day, we decided to do a little festive fun, and we weren't sure exactly what to do because there are not a shitload of good St. Patty's Day type movies, but we found a way around it. We each picked a movie, threw it on a wheel, gave it a whirl, and Chuck's the winner.
Yep. So what about me again?
So we will be doing Grabbers.
All about me. Yeah. Grabbers is probably one of the newest St. Patty's Day movies for me to watch on the holiday every year. It's funny and it's very entertaining. I highly recommend.
I'm interested into seeing this. I actually turned it on the other day. Sunday night, I believe. But I didn't finish it because I wanted to wait and see what we were doing, and I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself. Because I kind of like, if it's something I don't see, I like to watch it like right before we do it, so I can really get my full reaction.
I had not heard of this film until Chuck brought it up. Grabbers, 2012.
I've seen it a few times going in the horror realm.
Yeah, the cast: Ruth Bradley, Richard Coyle, Michael Hoff.
It's a horror comedy.
Yeah, I don't recognize this cast. So it's one of those ones that came out in 2012. You can check it out. It's free on Roku right now, they're saying. So
it's a creature feature.
Yeah.
Yep.
Based
on Tubi also.
Residents of an island off the coast of Ireland learned that the only way to survive an invasion of blood-sucking aliens is to stay drunk. So if you're like me and you've never heard of this film, that's the basic synopsis. So if you get a chance, go and check out Grabbers somewhere for free. You can get drunk if you'd like. It's not mandatory, but Chuck says you'll like it, and we're gonna take a peek ourselves and see what we think, and then we'll come back here. We'll reconvene next week at 10 p.m. Eastern time, like we always do, and share our thoughts on the film Grabbers and celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Might have a few drinks, if we will, and enjoy ourselves. What do you think, fellas?
I concur.
Sounds fantastic.
I too concur.
That is great. Once again, we want to thank everybody who stopped by the store today and commented and just viewed us and took the time to support us, because we love you all. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. Go ahead and like, share. Go ahead and tell your friends, tell your enemies. Come check us out. You can talk film with us, or you can talk shit.
Two friends, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends.
Yep.
Fuck your enemies, but tell everybody else.
No, you can tell the enemies. They can come.
Fuck your enemies.
If they want to talk shit, we're gonna bring it. All right. But no, next week, St. Patrick's Day here at the Video Store Clerks Podcast. Grabbers. Go ahead and check it out. Come back and hang out with us. I just got a call from an old classmate. You know, it's midnight, but I'm going to go ahead and take this call. You know, Chuck, if that's okay with you.
I ain't fucking you.
Thank Christ.
St. Patty's Day is leprechauns, not trolls.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we will see you next Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.
Whoop, whoop.
Wait, we didn't talk about Froggy's World.
Oh, yeah, you betcha.